Hey everybody, welcome back to a very special broadcast of Is It Kino? I am Ong, joined as always by Katara Himzel.
Yeah, good thing you brought up a name, because I always forget the names of these characters. Hello everyone.
And the only guy who I want to sock it to me, Sokka Warrior.
Hey guys, I got the hottest girl on the show.
And the hottest guy on the panel, the Purple Colonel.
Oh, well, thank you. Hello, that's me.
In case you recognize that voice and you don't know where from, he was on our Godzilla review, and he does a podcast with Florian called Gamer Lame.
Yeah.
Yep,
Over on my channel and his, we review a game whenever we feel like it. There's no schedule because we're both bad at that, but mostly me.
Well, Purple, I'm glad you're here. I did want to get your perspective on something, because recently on this very program, Florian Himzel did report he believes Is It Kino is the best podcast he is on.
Oh, well,
at least occasionally,
I mean, I gotta be honest, as a frequent viewer of the Is It Kino podcast as well, I kind of have to agree.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I don't know. We don't have enough. No. We don't even have enough episodes of mine to make that kind of determination yet. So
yeah, we should do more episodes.
Yeah. No, you should go like Florian. How dare you, Florian? You betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
I was hoping to start a Gamer Lame civil war, and that me and Weekend could take opposite sides, but no, they both succumbed to my greatness, so it all worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Purple Colony and the Squid Kids do not have to fight for now.
Not yet.
There's peace in our time.
So should we all choose one of the nations of various elements to represent throughout this podcast? Because as the show will let us know, there's a fire nation, a wind, water, and earth.
Well, I gotta be water.
I like Earth, so I'll take that.
I don't know, shouldn't Florian be the fire nation if they're supposed to be the Nazis?
No, I'm the squids. I need water.
Isn't Avatar kind of like the story of what if the Nazis won and like whoever could have stopped them was frozen in ice? Like Captain America style for a little bit, and then he comes back.
The one person that could have stopped him. Yeah, perfect.
Which in your view is America? Like the United States is Aang in this situation?
Yeah, they just had like a period where they had to go through isolationism. They had like a Trump, and then the Nazis won. Yep, that's how it happened.
You might notice, folks, we're 3 minutes in and we have not had any vitriol or hatred yet, and I imagine most people reviewing this are very angry. Should we talk about that? Why are people so pissed, Weekend? You are more on Twitter and in these spaces than me.
Yeah, I think it's because the show was drastic, from what I gather, because I'm friends with ER online, and I don't think he likes the changes he made in the show.
Ah, Jesus.
So, yeah, from the perspective of like a fan, I could see where it's coming from.
Well, he's not really a fan. He just hates everything, it would seem.
I think he is a hardcore, beloved fan of the original show.
Yeah.
Honestly, I watched these when I was this is one of the first times I'm seeing something from my childhood directly get remade and butchered horribly. Although I was shocked by how unbutchered it was, though. I was expecting it to be so much worse than it actually was.
The butchering already happened. It's called M. Light Shyamalan, or whatever.
Yeah, and Legend of Korra.
That was just boring, though.
Well, no, that one was botched on every level, right?
Yeah,
they call him Ong and stuff in that. It's all fucked up, right to the core. I don't even know how.
I still fucking remember that Earthbender scene where the group of them danced around and threw a tiny ass rock.
That's so the one little rock fucking floats over and hits the dude.
Yeah, it's he doesn't know how to shoot an action scene, because in theory that would have been good if it wasn't a one shot, a one take shot. It's why would you do that in that way? So.
Yeah.
Well, Weekend, is the consensus online, even by the most hardcore Netflix haters, that even this is better than the M. Night movie?
I think so, yeah. But I'm on the side of the haters, so what I mean by that is my peer group hates it, but I honestly didn't hate it that much. Since we're just on the first
Is that you giving into peer pressure? Like, I don't agree with what my friend group is saying, but I mean, I have to stick by them.
No, it's like what I'm saying is the Twitter feed I get hates it.
Oh,
but
okay.
From the first 2 episodes I watched, I only have questions for the second episode. But the first episode, I kind of get why they extended the first episode quite a bit for an hour. I think Purple, you know this, right? So for those who don't know, Ong is the last Airbender, and his people were genocided.
Spoilers, dude! What the fuck?
So
this is like before the damn show starts.
Yeah,
it's like the opening narration of every episode.
It's like the narration, and they don't actually show how the wind. Oh fuck! The air nomad tribe get fucked, right? But in the show, they have a fight scene and everything.
Yeah, I think it's really good to show the backstory, because like in the show we almost don't even see all the horrible things that the Fire Nation does, but in this one, like we get all the context we need for this.
I think it's more of the difference in the medium, because it's a 30-minute, it's like a 24-minute show versus an hour of live action.
Well,
so you really gotta add. Wait, let me explain.
Time, don't they?
No, let me explain, because in this particular part, after Ang gets sorry, M. Night Shyamalan is infecting. After Ang fucks off the Air Nomad tribe, he just gets frozen in ice, and we get a flash forward to that particular episode, if I remember correctly, and then after. Purple, I don't recall. Is it in the same episode where he goes to the Air Nomad Temple, or no? That's some kind of like.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have been able to remember this, but just on like Wikipedia, looking at a list of all the episodes, it does seem like that was like a second episode was when they went to the
episode.
No, that's the third episode. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of time in between. Like they condense things down. I don't think your assessment is right, Week, and that they take more time. They just focus on other things.
Yeah, except for the second episode is actually entirely based on like one episode of the original show, though, which is so they're like changing how long different segments are and stuff, stretching it around in certain parts.
I think if we're going to compare the pilot episode of both, I think for me as a viewer, the cartoon version, we are introduced to Aang through the discovery of him by Katara and Sokka. So really, from the perspective of a new viewer, it's almost like Katara is the main character and Aang is this weird alien thing. And then it takes a little bit, like a couple episodes, for Aang to really take his rightful spot as the main character. And in this show, like we start with him in the past, like his origin story. He finds out what the Avatar is and that it is him and why he's so special. And we see him reject this. I don't like the him narrating his emotions to the bison. Like that was some clunky, shitty dialogue. But otherwise, this works way better at establishing the stakes and the gravity of Aang's mistake in getting frozen and how he doomed the entire world. Like I think the weight of that is felt so much more when we see it as opposed to in the cartoon when it's just narrated at us.
I mean, that's true for sure, but I don't know if I agree that he doomed the whole world. I mean, he probably would have just died if he had stayed in the temple.
But if he activated the Avatar state because he saw his friend Gatso get got, would they have won that night? That's like the what if, right?
I mean, I guess it's possible, but maybe he would have just killed everyone who was there.
Yeah, and the world would be saved. Thanks, Ong. I don't know.
Well, that wasn't the whole Fire Nation, right?
Yeah, that's a what if.
Fine.
Well,
I don't think it's not the whole Fire Nation. Yeah.
Like the Fire Nation, like King is in there, which I don't think was the case in the original. So
I did like a comment I saw online was that the fight scenes were bad. I didn't feel that in the episodes I saw.
Honestly, I liked it better than the One Piece action. And I think because the fights are just like 4 elements, it's a lot easier to perceive with the eye. Like when Buggy the Clown had all his little body parts flying around, like that just looked really phony and hard to believe for me. But here, this is like shit that they've been doing in CGI for fucking 30 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I think one thing they kind of messed up. Okay, so during the this is a very specific nitpick, but during the when you see like Gyatso fighting the Fire Nation and stuff, and it's like in this version of the show, it's like 3 guys, but in the original show, you didn't see the fight. But when you came across like when Aang saw his corpse and stuff, there's like 30 friggin' firebenders in that room with him. And, like, the implication is almost like, oh, did he, like, pull out the air or something and, like, suffocate everyone? It's like there's, like, a really neat idea there that they could have gone with, and they just sort of didn't, and had him, like, push a guy over and then get hit in the face and die, so...
Yeah, his death was kind of pathetic.
Yeah, like, he's supposed to be really strong, but he's kind of a pushover here.
Yeah, and he's
he's supposed to be peaceful, right?
No,
but he's still really good.
He went down like a Chad in the animated version, is what Perk was trying to say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versus this guy screaming when his face is getting melted off, which is kind of like, I think it would have been better if they just cut that part, right? If there were like 30 guys there and they just cut it. Versus, no, my friend.
It kind of has some of that like Disney Plus show thing where like you can tell the sets are a lot smaller than they actually look on the screen and stuff, and so the characters are all just kind of concentrated in one area.
Yeah, they're just near the entrance, and the kid extras are just wherever.
Yeah, that's the big problem with adapting any animated thing is in animation you can literally have like infinite bad guys just standing around in the background to give it like whatever sense of scale you want. But in live action, of course, you gotta get a bunch of people or you gotta CGI them, and that's a lot more intensive on the budget.
What annoys me is that the Air Nomad Temple doesn't have an exit for the kids. Is it because they were so confident in their airbending that they could just fly away? Is that it?
I think so.
They're peaceful. Why would anyone attack peaceful monks?
Oh, come on, bro.
What do you mean, come on, bro?
It's like no, it's just like why wouldn't you prepare for that? It's like a temple of kung fu monks.
Well, should we talk about which, based on their portrayal in these 2 episodes, because we only did watch the first 2 episodes for this review, which tribe would we all want to live in? Like, Florian, would you choose the bald, peaceful monk tribe and float around like Aang?
Fuck that shit.
Well, I mean, the floating around seems fine, but I guess the monk stuff seems pretty annoying. But I guess they're at least all healthy and stuff, I guess it's a good life.
Is there an ideal one? Like, you want to live like on the North Pole with the water tribe and just be like an Eskimo and frozen solid all the time?
Well, absolutely. No, I guess you'd probably be maybe Earth. They're like industrious, right?
Yeah, there's like normal people kind of, right? They're the people of the Earth.
Earth is peak. Because
the ideal is like you'd want to be in the Fire Nation, right? Because like you just sort of live in like a stable.
Well, if you have the spoilers, if you realize that the Fire Nation's going to start a war, of course you wouldn't want to be like a victim of the war. But like if you don't take that into account, I think the Earth is probably better.
So you'd rather live in Russia than in Ukraine, Florian.
Wow.
No, I like the Earth.
I guess
I like the Earth people. I like the Earth people because I like the idea of just stomping my foot on the ground and a rock comes out and I fuck someone up with it.
But there is a scene early on where a bunch of firebenders are chasing after an Earth guy like through these alleyways in a city, and it seems like the Earth bending is very slow, and I feel like a shield of Earth would block out fire attacks, but he could not get the shield up fast enough and he just got fucking blasted.
No, what annoyed me, Mumkey, he was running away, right? I thought at some point he was just gonna summon a wall of rock behind him so he could just escape with the chocobos.
But he does it to like protect his friend and then he stays back to fight. Like, why not just put the wall on the other side of you, dude?
Yeah, just do that before they catch up with you, right? And they go, curse you meddling earthbenders, but it was actually part of his part of what the fuck is this? The Fire Lord's name? Darfire. Yeah, Darfire's plan to Sozin's plan to. No, Sozin was the common, right?
Sozin is also a Fire Lord, but it's a different one. This is like a middle Fire Lord that no one cares about. So
okay,
yeah.
so the Darth Fire Lord. It's all part of my evil plan to trick you into defending the Earth Kingdom when it's actually the peaceful monks, because I'm a piece of shit. Yeah.
But my point is, would you really want to be an Earthbender if it's so fucking slow? Like, what can you really do with it other than destroy your yard?
What's your point here? Like,
I want to know which one you'd want. This show is fucking boring. There's nothing else to talk about. I want to know logistically which one you'd want to live in, Florian, for fuck's sake.
But think he was really outnumbered. Like, you think a fire guy would have died immediately?
I'm just thinking about Earth powers in general. They're slow and destructive. Like, what, you're gonna make an earthquake every day? What can you really do on an everyday scale that'll make this power fun?
Well, you can make buildings so easily. It's actually really useful to
How many empty buildings made of earth do you need, Florian? Like, life would get boring.
Dude, benders are not that common. It would actually be really helpful if you had buildings for everyone, and then the people could focus on doing really useful things with their time.
Well, you can go be Jesus the Carpenter and make everybody their nice little earth building, and I want like some fire powers, or at least water benders can blood bend and like control people like Don Quixote, Doflamingo. I want to do that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna go right for the elite abilities. I mean, then you'd have metal bending. I mean, that's pretty good. You could make computers or whatever. You could make
metal bending.
Oh, do they have computers in the Avatar world?
Well, no. I think they get
in the sequel show. They have a lot more weird. Yeah, it's mostly
weird
like steampunk, but
yeah.
If the next show like accelerates that much, then yeah, they'll be at computers by the time the next show.
Like the Earth Kingdom really is like the future. It's like you're gonna set things on fire. They're gonna make computers in the future. Like, come on.
What is the name of the Avatar sequel show? Korra?
Legend of Korra.
Is Korra basically the same as Boruto?
No. Yes.
I don't know what a Boruto is.
Just a shitty sequel in the future with computers.
Fucking exactly.
Well, I disagree. I think Korra has her own thing going on. And
so does Boruto. He's fucking steampunk edgy, and now it's 2 blue vortex bullshit time skip. Like, what? Why is you go from Naruto Shippuden to Boruto 2 blue vortex? What are we smoking over there?
He's like already really good at all the bending stuff by the time the show even starts, and so yeah.
And her biggest weakness is she's an annoying bitch. But the show refuses to acknowledge that until like later.
Well, Florian would say you only think that because ER said it to you, and that actually Korra is the best character.
If you actually fucking watch the show,
we already established that you
it's no, shut up! Oh my god!
I don't know what fucking ER is.
I can't fucking think for myself. Jesus, like in the first fucking episode, she's obnoxious as a child. You just want to punt her.
So true. No, an obnoxious child. What a crazy feature.
I'm the Avatar. You gotta deal with it. And she doesn't grow up from that mindset.
But to be fair, in this very episode, Aang is a pretty obnoxious, annoying child. Maybe it's just because his acting is bad.
Yeah, no, he isn't.
No, he's just
great.
The kid's a bad actor in this live action show.
Yeah, the kid's just a bad actor, I think. Yeah.
He's not that terrible. He's better than like fucking like Anakin or something, you know? There's like a whole line of war child actors. One of which has played Aang in that fucking other one anyway, so.
I think
we talked about the character, weren't we?
I don't think they trust the child actor because they gave him so much exposition shit. But really, when he just hugs the bison and he just says, "I'm scared," that would have been fucking enough to make me realize he doesn't want to be the Avatar instead of the exposition shit that they do. Because when he hugged,
that's just bad writing, though, you know.
Yeah, when he hugged Appa, that was enough, and he said, "I'm scared." I would have believed that better than, "Oh, I have suddenly responsibility."
And he gives a speech about how I don't want to be responsible. I want to play games. Like, why don't we just see that? Why not show instead of tell that he likes to play games? You know,
we actually
like they do in the other show,
clowning around in the sky a lot. So
so then it's redundant to then have him give a big speech saying all the shit he likes to do.
Yeah, that's why I think the hug with Appa would have been better than.
Yeah, you got to trust the audience a little bit.
Yeah.
If they wanted to show him like playing with his friends, though, they would have had to cast like another dozen child actors and like got them all up in makeup and shaved all their heads and all sorts of like bullshit that you don't have to deal with.
You got that Netflix money. It's a limitless printer.
So. I mean, I don't know. I get the feeling Netflix won't be around in the next like 5 years, honestly.
Ooh, I think Netflix is winning the streaming war.
No,
everybody follows what they do.
Outspend everyone, so
Netflix made it so that you can't share it with people out of your household, and now everybody else is slowly copying Netflix. Like they're always leading the charge.
I don't know.
Disney Plus is dying.
Some of these ideas, but you know,
Disney Plus. I saw in the UK they just like almost doubled their yearly subscription plan. So like I think a lot of people are just dropping off. They don't even have any good content on there.
They keep raising the price on Netflix too, though, right? Like it's like pretty
not as egregious as Disney.
No, but I think it's because they're compensating for the lost subscribers, not really for like.
Yeah, that's gonna work out. I'm pretty sure that the subscribers are steady, and I think most of them are gonna pay more without even thinking about it. So it's probably all work out. But I think I heard that the Netflix numbers are looking pretty good, so they're probably actually winning. And I also think that they're probably the best service to actually use because they just have so much good shit on there. It's crazy.
At some point, Disney and Hulu and like all the stuff that they own is just going to conglomerate into one giant app because it's spending too much money on it.
It's already one app in every other country. Like Hulu just isn't a thing here in like Canada, so it's just all on Disney Plus already.
Yeah, we don't have that in the Philippines also.
Oh, and how it works? Wow.
No, yeah, what fucks with me is like, let's say we have Disney here in the Philippines. I mean, in Thailand, we have Disney here in Thailand, but they show like, I broke kayfabe there. But we have like detective horror shows and other Korean dramas in Disney, and like, is Disney this brand? It's like I know it's like a streaming dumping site, right? But it just makes me go, is that really the Disney thing? Like that's not the Disney I grew up with, and it's just weird. It's just weird. It's just a weird experience to me.
Well, do they even care what they do? Like the live remakes, they probably just care about the money most of all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, can I just say I love the Earth power, just because there was a part where. Okay, guys, I'm gonna spoil something. I watched some of the episodes after.
What?
How many episodes did you watch?
What the hell?
I tried hard not to watch anymore because it was so good.
Yeah, because I was like, might as well watch some of it because I had time a few days ago.
Well, to be honest, I'm not planning on us further reviewing this beyond this point. This is just to get a taste test. I don't think it was interesting or bad enough to warrant like a She-Hulk style continuation.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well, I thought you just really liked Avatar, so I thought that's why we were reviewing it. Damn
indeed.
To come back. I don't know. Well, I think it's.
I mean, you like
they could suck it all up, you know.
Right?
I have episode 1. I thought it was intriguing that they gave us the Aang backstory and that it helped build him up and establish the stakes better. But then episode 2 was just boring, so I lost interest.
Oh, but there was one funny scene in episode 2.
Well, let's hear it.
So fucking it's so fucking basic, but it made me laugh with the execution because it's like, if he's the Avatar, there should be signs, and then the eye beams of the statue fucking like vroom on Aang, and they're like, I think that's a sign. It was so, I don't know, I laughed at that fucking scene. But what's weird to me is that there's this romance subplot between Sokka and Suki, and I don't know how it was executed in the cartoon, but I think it was just like she kissed him at the end, and she thanked him for showing the world, but really she just saw him topless, and I think Sokka learned more from Suki than the other way around. So I don't know what this showing the world.
Was in the original.
That was it. Oh, it's the same thing.
The controversy I recall about this whole section is that in the cartoon, Sokka was a bit more of a misogynist in that he had to learn from these female warriors to not be like that, and that they kind of removed that characterization. And people on Twitter were pissed and said, "Oh, Sokka, his whole arc is ruined." Blah blah blah. So maybe that's why there was a disconnect here. Like they just took out an important element of what was going on here.
Yeah.
I think that whole.
Yeah, I think it's better this way because, like he was such an annoying brat in the original, and now in this one he's just actually cool, and I think he works better. But
doesn't he? Is his awkwardness and misogyny supposed to make him a mature character down the line? Or
it's something he has to learn and grow past.
Yeah. I mean, from what I remember, that at least
a lot to learn, anyways. Go ahead.
Oh, that the whole like sexism arc kind of at least lasts until like the end of this season, where he falls in love with the waterbending tribe princess or whatever. So, and then like sort of realizes that she needs to do her thing to save the world and stuff, and sacrifice herself and whatever. I think that's part of that. I don't remember though.
So, do you think it would have been better if they left that in for Sokka?
Probably, yeah, yeah. Because it's just like another, like they're not replacing it with anything like more interesting for the character.
Yeah, he's just an awkward. Weird. Yeah, he's just an awkward kid. Like, oh, I am also a guardian in my tribe. Was he also like that in the cartoon, or was he like, oh, Suki, why are you a warrior? You should leave that to the men, or was it? What happened there? Do you recall?
I want to say it's a bit more like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's very, very dismissive of the whole concept. Yeah.
Does he also do the reflecting thing with the fan?
Warrior.
I don't think so.
With the cartoon, like reflect the fireball or whatever.
Yeah, with the fan. Or no?
I'm not sure he even gets a fan.
No. I don't think he ever. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, another thing I noticed: the flame damage is inconsistent.
Oh no!
Yes, sometimes the guy just dies with like a little fireball, but in the intro, this fucking Earthbender guy gets hit with 5 fireballs from 3 guys, and they manage to fucking drag him to the Fire Lord, and then he burns to death. Like, oh, okay.
It's for weird, drama. Like, the show's like inconsistent on how brutal it is too. Like, there's a lot of cartoon violence, especially in the second episode, where like there's no blood, there's no nothing. But then in the first like 5 seconds of the first one, you see someone burned to death, like horribly, all on camera. So
yeah, well, I thought it was interesting that the Fire Nation was just so outright brutal and constantly burning people, and then like the good guys obviously wouldn't be doing that. So now that the Fire Nation isn't fully in control, we're not going to see as much of that, which I thought made perfect sense.
Give me Earthbenders
I think
they should have leaned
into it.
Well, the good guys should murder everyone. Like, you must not have seen anything about the Avatar, Jesus.
No, like lean into the
they don't have to
realism thing, or they don't have to be sadistic, because the Fire Nation are like burning people and they just grab the head of the guy and just press X to burn. So
yeah.
Look,
like the realistic violence.
He's not going to do anything like that.
But the friend group or their allies, I don't know, reflect that.
Yeah. Boys, I have some sad news to report.
What's that?
As excited as we all were about the success of live-action One Piece, it pales in comparison. Evidently, Avatar premiered with 15% more viewers than One Piece did. On Netflix.
I really enjoyed this, so that makes sense to me.
Is it impressive though? I mean, I know that like
One Piece.
Well, technically, One Piece is like the most selling like book or comic book of all time or whatever, like compared to Superman or something. But like in America, like people who really use Netflix, it's not that popular compared to maybe like a cartoon like Avatar might be, since it came out here. So is it impressive that One Piece pulled numbers even comparable to Avatar?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
I'm just trying to cope and seethe over here to prove that my thing is better.
I think hasn't made numbers for ages. I don't know.
I think it's
but it is more popular in the West, naturally.
Yeah, of course. But like, I think One Piece penetrated the American mainstream because I saw like a float with Luffy on it, right? That has to count for something.
Wow.
It was
Even my parents said they
after
watched
Netflix.
the live action One Piece the whole season.
Yeah.
I was shocked that
But
they
I think-
actually finished it.
That's pretty good.
So I think what would determine whether or not this shit gets sequels is
Oh well,
how
this
well
is going to
it
get
does,
sequels for
right?
sure. I mean, they only need 3 seasons to do the whole thing, right? So that seems
Netflix
like a lot.
usually just does like 3 seasons, right? That's like their thing. So
Yeah, and this show's
And then
only
they
3
cancel
seasons
it.
anyway.
Oh no.
Yeah, it wasn't the old Avatar 3 seasons or 4? Or
No, it
it's
was
3.
3.
Yeah, they do.
I
They
don't
do
know
3
how-
books.
I wonder how many seasons they would need to tell this story, though, because they're definitely not adhering to the same pacing.
I think they're doing 1 season each. I think they just
It's
tell the
about
book
the
1
same-
story here.
Yeah, it's about the
so.
same length and stuff. Like, because if this ends with like them at the Northern Water Tribe and being attacked there and getting over that or whatever, then yeah, that's like exactly
Oh, cool.
the same structure. So
Yep.
Well-
it all worked out. Unlike One Piece, that will need approximately 20 seasons to finish the story, so we will probably not see all of that in live action. But if you guys like this Avatar shit, you're in luck.
I can't wait till we get the Legend of Korra live action.
Yep.
That's what I'm waiting
no.
for.
Oh no.
Weekend,
Oh,
is the
no,
audience
we'll
going to be
really
pissed that
talk
we were
about
not more negative about this show?
Oh, it's okay. I didn't hate it.
But like, is our audience in the comment section going to be mad, like, and disappointed in us that we didn't shit all over it?
Well, we can shit on some parts we didn't like about it.
Okay, well, let's do
then
that so
wanna do
we
that?
can wrap up the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Wow, well, I'm
Well-
gonna have to get some defense going for it then. Jeez.
Let's do it.
You guys.
Well, I think the writing for the kid is bad in the first episode at least. So there's that.
Yeah.
They don't trust. It's either they don't trust the kid actor to convey that emotion, or they're bad at writing. So I don't know if that's not a good look for either way.
Yeah, and there is a 1-2 punch of bad dialogue on a bad kid actor in some of those scenes. Maybe the kid actor improves. Maybe he gets more comfortable as Aang. I don't know what order
I think
they
his
shot
scenes
this
is-
shit in, but
I think his scenes with Gyatso were okay. In the kid.
yeah, I like when he finds out he's the Avatar and he says, "Can't you just pretend to be my friend?" That all worked. It was just like
that's like
the
that's a
unnatural
Superman moment.
the unnatural
Like, I'm
dialogue
always
did not
your friend.
match his acting
Yeah.
style.
It did not. Yeah. What else did I hate about it? Oh, it's not.
You really
I can
have to
import
dig
like a Twitter complaint here. Apparently, a big thing in the lore is that no Airbender is like capable of flying until like midway through Legend of Korra or something. I didn't get that far in Korra, honestly.
Oh,
but,
well, that's a stupid complaint. They
I
changed
saw
a lot
it.
of things, and I think
No, they
they usually
know-
work.
I know that it's like the enemy of Korra, and Korra managed to learn how to fly. I think, or just her enemy.
yeah,
Because they have to
something
attain
like that.
they have to attain a state of non-attachment to the world, like a perfect state of non-attachment to the world.
Yeah.
And the Avatar has a hard time with that because the Avatar needs to have an attachment to the world to be able to protect the world and at the same time be connected to the spirit world or something like that.
Yeah, but like in this show, he's just straight up like flying around from the first episode. So like,
Yeah, I think it's like,
at that point, why does he have the glider? Like when he gets hit by the fireball?
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because his fucking glider. Like why doesn't he just fly away?
yeah, fucking fly, idiot. Oh,
Is
right,
it because
that's a
they're
good
like
point.
way up in the mountains and it's like thinner air density or something? And
Well, no,
maybe it's more windy.
He was flying in like
In
the
this-
part
in
where
the
he
village.
flies from like straight off of the ground. He was doing it in the village and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
Wasn't that at
that's
the
actually a
Air
good
Nomad
point,
Village?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Well, he does it in both.
No, he did it
for a minute.
He does it.
so.
He does it with the kids when they were playing on the beach, and it's
like when
it's
he-
easy,
when he's
better.
looking-
Oh yeah, he
When
did.
he's looking for Appa, he's like he
Yeah.
like goes and flies up like 10 feet as if he's gonna see him. or
Yeah, that
something.
might be a
And-
plot issue if this character can just fly and then he doesn't
Yeah, that's
at any
they-
given
yeah.
time.
no. Yeah, it's like that clip from Game of Thrones. We sort of forgot that we made him fly.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
I mean,
they
just because he
wanted to-
can fly a little doesn't mean that he's able to fly everywhere without the kite.
You know
He can
what? I'll
fly
give.
pretty good in that scene in the village, though. That's
Yeah, but
like,
it might take a lot of energy to do it. I don't
No,
know.
Mike. No, Florian, you're doing it wrong. The gimme for that defense is it was a surprise attack, and he was discombobulated or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That That would be a better defense than. He's
yeah,
like
no,
the big.
no, you're right. I guess if he can fly like that, then he should be able to catch himself from falling. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
But
So
I mean,
0 out of 10,
does, in fact,
literally
catch
unwatchable.
himself with the kite.
Literally
right, doesn't he?
unwatchable.
Oh wait, no, I guess he gets grabbed. Yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Florian,
Yeah,
we need you to
Show
tell
kinda
us
has
one.
this anyway, with
Florian, what's one thing
with
you
the
did not
avatar
like?
state.
One thing I did not like. Wow. No, I don't think there's a thing I didn't like. Sorry.
Well, you got to really stretch your mind,
single
Florian.
thing.
Well,
I don't believe you.
I
Really?
think that the girl that teaches the guy to fight is so hot that she should be in the entire show and should have come along with them. I don't care how it turned out in the original.
She comes back. Don't worry.
Weekend, how many images of this actress have you downloaded on your computer already?
Just one only, unfortunately.
Just one?
Yeah.
I'm surprised
she's not
it
in
was
my challenge,
any at
You
all.
need one.
Yeah. You only need one.
Well,
my
post it.
complaint is.
Let's see.
My complaint is like they cast Katara and Suki nicely, but they kind of give in the promotional pictures and in the show they give Mai and what the fuck is that? Azula. They're kind of chubby-ish, youngish.
They got some pie faces, maybe.
Yeah, they got some pie faces. I don't get that.
Oh, we don't want that. Oh, we're gonna see issues.
No,
then.
especially for Mai, because I think Mai is supposed to be. She was drawn that way because she has sharp features, because it's part of her character, as she's very sarcastic. She has dry humor, and like the drawing just matches her characteristic. And to give her a round face misses the fucking point of the character. I'm just saying.
Yeah, are they not like warrior princesses? Like, wouldn't they be?
Yeah, and
fit?
Azula,
They're all like the thinnest characters in the original show. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Azula needs to be fucking fit because she's like, she's on that Mamba mentality grind set. she not only does she feel superior to everyone, she trains like she's superior to everyone. So
I gotta see how they cast her. That's crazy. Oh yeah, she does look strange. Okay, yeah, that's the cast right there. Wow.
We got to keep going until the whole show falls apart. This is why we got to do the other episodes.
No, you guys aren't gonna get me. These are all stupid nitpicks. Okay, this show has fleshed out parts of the Avatar series that I never would have guessed that they would, and they've done it all well. I'm so hyped to see the rest of the show. And I can't wait to get binging. You know, I can't believe you guys are trying to nitpick this great piece of
me
art
and
here.
Weekend not being sexually attracted to a woman is not a nitpick. It's the main appeal of most things.
yeah.
Wow. Yep, gotta cater to the male audience. Okay.
Yeah, the male gaze needs to be served.
You know what?
And not by a chubbo.
I can't think of any other complaints. It's so weird.
Wow. It's almost as if it's a really good show, huh?
Yeah, it's like I think if you really were invested like ER in the old lore, you would fucking hate the show.
Well, and I think he's financially invested as well. Not to like conspiracy theory. I'm sure he genuinely hates it, but he also will make a lot of money tearing it apart, and it's what his fan base wants him to do. So like, there's no chance in hell he was gonna like it. It's like expecting best guy ever to like the One Piece live action. Like he's dedicated to hate it no matter what.
What, he hated it? Damn, what an idiot.
He made a video before it came out saying he's gonna hate it no matter what, and then he did.
Wow.
I think.
Wow, what a literal idiot. That's crazy.
Well, now his channel got deleted, so.
Wait,
can't
what?
even
How did that
say.
happen?
He got copyright. He got copyright claimed to death, bro.
What?
And that deleted his channel, and he's talking to YouTube now. But we'll see.
But it's been like a week.
Back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's so he doesn't have friends in YouTube. Oh, that's not good.
Evidently, Keemstar can save any channel other than Mumkey Jones, so maybe he should have talked to Keemstar.
But if you recall, Simian, if you recall what Mumkey Jones did, he said "fuck you" to Susan. So that's
so true.
He can't touch that. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have gotten it all back, but he just...
For the record, I think that was very based of of Monkey Jones have done that.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's Susan. First of all, Susan genuinely does not know who Monkey Jones is, and him calling her a horse-faced bitch had nothing to do with the channel not coming back. Like, it wasn't going to come back regardless.
Also, that was just an excuse from him not to do anything?
Do people actually think that's the reason why? Did he, like, brainwash retards? Like, of course not.
Yeah, I think... I was a brainwashed retard then, because that's what he said on Twitter, and
he just like laughed and said like that's not gonna help. Do people think Susan called him on the phone and said, "Okay, I was gonna do it, but then I saw this"?
Well, she probably told her employees not to get you back. Jeez,
this lady's a billionaire. You think she's talking about my tiny YouTube channel and she's like interested and cares?
Did you know that people got banned off Steam because they talk shit about Gabe? Like,
no, they don't. That's just not true.
Really? I saw they did like
Purple. We're surrounded by sheeple who will just believe anything they see.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's like the reason you?
Well, you've never heard of that one?
Banned, wasn't that fucking? No, I don't think that's true at all.
Wow.
Mumkey got banned for the same reason his book got banned, because Peter Roger complained and threatened to sue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Not because Susan's face looks like a horse.
Oh my!
But do we have any final thoughts on Netflix Avatar?
Wow.
One thing they did that was interesting. Once per episode, they had like a random Dutch angle where the camera was just tilted like 30 or 40 degrees, and it was just once per episode. I don't know if that's like something the Shyamalan version did, and they're like making fun of it now. But if like every episode has a fucking Dutch angle in it, I'm gonna be really. It's got to be intentional, right? Because like you don't like fuck up that or something. It's
well,
very
what's
weird.
the scene? Well, when does it happen?
I want to say it's like right before they get attacked by fire people both times, like once in the air temple and once in the town. But I'm not totally sure. I don't really remember. I just wrote it down because it was really
is it each time
weird and
before the
distracting
attack
both
happens?
times it happened. I think so.
Well, I didn't notice it, but I feel like it was really impactful when the Fire Nation attacks each time, because they're just such assholes all the time, you know. I thought that part was done well. Maybe it influenced me into thinking so, because there was that Dutch angle there.
Maybe. Oh, one other thing, the music in this version is like trash compared to the old music. Like it's like such a downgrade for no reason. Like the theme is worse. It's still sort of some of the same notes, but it's weird now.
Maybe they couldn't get the original. That's why they had to change it. I think that's like a copyright. That might be a copyright thing.
It shouldn't
just
be though,
pay
right?
the original composer out the ass. Like, get that music.
Yeah, they have money. They
have Netflix money.
They have the original. Like, it's the same music, like identical for the fucking outro during the credits and stuff. So
maybe they just thought it was better.
Oh no,
and they were wrong.
Probably. Honestly, that happens to a lot of things where they just fuck the soundtrack for no reason.
Yeah, I don't remember loving the live-action One Piece soundtrack. Like that, nothing in that really stood out to me right now. But does Netflix have good composers at their disposal? Like, have they ever produced a piece of musical art that anybody remembers or cares about?
I don't think so.
No.
I can't think of a single one.
Has
I don't
a
watch a
Netflix
lot
movie,
of Netflix shows. But
have they ever been nominated for like best score at the Oscars or whatever that category is?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Well, I think they get snubbed a lot at the Oscars.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
think
I feel like a lot of
movie would have a better OST and would be nominated more likely than anything from Netflix.
Yeah. I think a lot of like Oscars stuff just like they're never going to give a streaming show an award because they hate it. They hate the streaming so much like in Hollywood. So
yeah, people are able to see the shit that we give awards to. No, they're gonna take our word for it. That's the only way we're gonna give out awards.
That Coda movie just won, and that was like Apple Plus, so literally nobody had seen it before.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, Apple gets to be the prestige thing for no reason.
Yeah.
Because their whole marketing scheme. So.
Okay, I think that's probably enough thoughts on this show. I was surprised that it was decent and not complete dog shit. Do you guys have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, it was decent. I agree, Mumkey. No, you're not Mumkey. You're Simian Jimmy.
I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Oh.
I'm a man of the people.
just kidding.
Whatever makes you smile, Weekend. I'll be there for you.
Well, I'm working on the Suicide Squad video, so watch out for it. I think it's gonna be fucking hilarious. It's coming. So, and we have a collab. Sim Jim and I have a collab.
So true. Stay tuned. Coming in March, which is right now.
Yep.
Are you gonna release this today or like?
This will come out like on Tuesday or maybe Monday.
All right. Hell yeah.
Florian,
Hi,
what's coming soon to your channel?
Well, I got my top 10 top games of the year. You know, that's still coming. Probably nothing else for a while. Check that out eventually. Bye, everyone.
And Purple, what do you have going on?
I've got a new video coming out, hopefully within like a week, on my channel, Purple Kernel, and it's going to be about the Half-Life HD models, which are bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to check me out, I got this channel. It's called Simian Jimmy's Treehouse. It has a podcast called Is It Kino? I would highly recommend.
Chat, if you've made it this. Chat, if you made it this far, can we get a hashtag? What's a fun hashtag, Florian?
Bloodbending? No, that's not fun.
Bloodbending based? Question mark.
No crickets.
Hashtag crickets, Florian.
Oh.
Crickets for Florian. There you go.
I almost forgot about those things.
Yeah. No, that was perfectly timed. That was actually perfectly timed.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.